I remember my parents reading the Bible with me, taking me to church, and when I was younger, I definitely felt that I had a love for God, and I definitely felt like I did know Him. And I remember when I was young, probably about 6 years old or so, that my parents prayed with me, and I asked God to come to my heart and accept Jesus as my Savior. It felt real, but as I grew older, I started to realize that following God was more than just a prayer. My dad always told me that he could never make his faith my own, that while they raised me in a Christian home, and while they prayed with me and would read the Bible with me, that was going to have to be my journey. Just further on in life, getting into high school, looking back on it, just drifting further and further away. And people would ask me if I was a Christian, and I would say that I was, but at the same time, there were plenty of things to suggest that I wasn't. Definitely wasn't pursuing a Christian lifestyle. It was just whatever suited me at the time. So I eventually came across CVC. A friend had recommended it to me from back home, and I attended a 707 service, and it was just great just to get back into the church, hear the worship songs, hear the message, and it was something I hadn't felt since I was really young. I remember not long after I started attending church that I came to a prayer night. I think it was in the middle of the week. I remember just praying harder that night than I ever had in my life. I had prayed plenty of times in my life before, but that time meant so much more. And I just remember laying my heart out to God and just saying, I'm sorry for how long I've resisted you, how long I just sought my own way. And I felt very much like the prodigal son in that aspect. And I just remember praying to God, I accept that your son is my Savior. Jesus is my Savior. I need to ask him back into my heart. I need you back in my life. And I decided to become baptized because, after that night at church and just in the years that's passed, it's become clear to me, that this is who I'm going to follow, is Jesus. And I want to show that, and I want to take that next step in my walk with Christ, and to make that public announcement, and to make that commitment, and to let people know He has changed my life. He's continuing to change my life, and I want to obey Him. Today, I'm going public and being baptized out of obedience to Jesus Christ.